Shalom, shalom to the 144,000, the elect. Before I get started, let me give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rokah Quadash. Double honor to the apostle nails of great millstone. Peace and blessing to the brothers that are preaching the truth in the four winds of the earth. May Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, have mercy upon you. Alright, this is what, about 4 hours ago? No, actually 5 now. The trial of the not guilty trial of the officers of that put to death Tyre Nichols, the tragic death of Tyre Nichols, and said 3 of the officers, which was so-called Jakes, so-called black men, and they had a not guilty verdict. And look what was said. Dead or alive, posters of former officers hung after not guilty verdict. So they plastered posters, real posters of their faces, dead or alive. Now just imagine if they would have done that shit with some black cops, some white cops. They would have been seeking them out real quick. Real quick. Hey, but this just started. But listen up. Let me turn this up a little bit. This that evil eye, man. Deuteronomy 28 and 54. That's that evil eye. So that a man that is tender among you, should I say, and very delicate, his eyes should be evil towards his brother. Even though they cops, but hey, it is what it is.
On top of that, many in Memphis are continuing to react to the not guilty verdicts in the death of Tyre Nichols. And tonight, the most shocking reaction of all. Wanted posters, disturbing calls for vigilante justice for the 3 former police officers who were acquitted in Tyre's death. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Greg Hurst.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Skurlock. The posters are located on light poles in Cooper Young. WREG's Raven Copeland has reaction to the verdicts and the message for the city during this time.
We have gotten so much injustice from this city.
Say that.
That is ridiculous.
Say that.
My son was murdered.
That's right.
By 5 Memphis police officers.
Right. Murder.
He was murdered.
Murder.
And 3 of them got off.
There are people in the Memphis community who share some of the same emotions that Tyre Nichols' family is carrying. Some are more vocal than others. Wanted posters in Cooper Young say the 3 former officers are wanted dead or unalive for Nichols' deadly police beating.
I don't condone those posters at all. I haven't seen them. You said, okay, I haven't seen those posters. I don't condone the posting of those posters. What I do understand is a deep hurt and agony and pain for people in this city right now.
Representative Justin Pearson says he encourages the community to express their emotions, but he advises them to do it in a non-violent way. However, he also voiced his disappointment over Wednesday's verdict.
And for someone to see those videos of Tyre Nichols being beaten to death by these officers and to come back with not guilty, like that does something.
The verdict in Nichols' deadly police beating has also resulted in distrust of the Memphis Police Department. However, Memphis Mayor Paul Young and Police Chief C.J. Davis say they're focused on restoring the community's perception of the city's law enforcement.
We recognize the pain and grief this incident has caused, and the men and women of the Memphis Police Department remain committed to rebuilding trust and working together toward a stronger, safer Memphis for all.
Reporting from Cooper Young, for your news leader, Raven Copeland, WREG News Channel 3.
I guess Eve's goddamn captain down there. Or the police department or something. I don't know, I'm not sure. I haven't done my research on it, but it appears that Eve is the captain of the police force. Hey, man. let me see. I'm trying to get one more here. Where that? I don't want that real long. Not on the thing real long. Nichols case, shock of anger. That was 14 hours ago. Hold up. Y'all bear with me. But all those are older. This is the most recent one here, dead and live poster. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna go there. Let me get let me see something here. Let's get the officers on here. Let's get these posters. Let's get a picture of these posters up here, y'all. Not that they're gonna let it stay anyway, but you know, you gotta try anyway. You know, these jokers something else. YouTube anyway. Alright, now I've never seen anything like this here. Wanted posters of the police officers, and they got their names. They got their names and everything up here. Wanted, dead or alive, y'all. That's a first. But it will be what? It will be in the so-called black city, where a bunch of black folks here. Hey, why they ain't trying to pursue it? But you know, it is what it is. Like I say, like I read earlier, let me just get it. I quoted it. I basically know it, but I ain't went over it in a long time. But Deuteronomy 28 and 54. So that a man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil towards his brother. This is why these guys was these cops did what they did to a fellow brethren. But notice here that the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, they all most likely were 2/3. So you know, no one is put to death. No one is innocent when death transpires, whether regardless of what your color is, how old you are, or whatever. The scriptures say that a sparrow does not fall from the sky without the Heavenly Father sanctioning the death of that sparrow. So let's go over here to Psalms 140 and verse 8. Grant not, O Lord Yahweh, the desire of the wicked. Further his wicked devices, lest they would exalt themselves, Selah. Okay, now you got the wicked, which is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, right? He is the wicked. And you have what? Wicked 2/3. They all are going to receive the same punishment and judgment over here in America, which is Babylon, which is death by fire, which is the second death. Grant not, O Lord, the desires of the wicked. And the desires of the wicked is what? This is part of Esau, Edom's way of turning Jacob against one another. You know, for what? For, you know, for all our hell. This is what they want. They want civil unrest. They want war. But they mainly want what? They want civil war. You know, these things are going, it's gradually and slowly taking place in damn near every city. You know, there's a whole lot of incidents. I ain't got time to go over all of them, but there's quite a few, should I say, quite a few incidents. We just seen something in St. Louis, and a couple other. I know 3 different incidents outside of these cops here, where people are being shot and having gunfight with law enforcement. Grant not, O Lord, the desires of the wicked, further not his wicked devices. And the wicked devices goes into what? An evil plan. And this is an evil plan of the devil of the earth, Esau, Edom, the wicked elite. But who controls them? The Heavenly Father. As for the head of those that compass me about, let the mischief of their own lips cover them. Let the mischief of their own lips cover them. You know, Edom thinks that they are going to be what? That they are going to be okay. They're going to establish that what? That birthright. You know, the Heavenly Father gave them a little short time to rule, and in their ruling, they have gotten proud. And, you know, because they, for the most part, for the bulk of our people, they control through what? Through media, and Jake's, whether it's a male or female, so-called black woman or so-called black man, we're being controlled by what? By our own people, mostly by our own people. By what? By paying them money to what? To create stuff you see like on this TV here. I mean, on this computer. You know, these are the things that we. It's not avoidable anyway. It can't be avoided, because all of this stuff is prophecy, man. All of it is prophecy, and you can't get around prophecy. Prophecy is already what it means to say before. We've already spoke about these things, and now what? Now you see it's damn near in your lap. As for the head of those that compass me about, let the mischief of their own lips cover them. That's for you wicked, the wicked, Esau, Edom, and for the wicked, which is our own people, which is the 2/3. Let burning coals fall upon them. Meaning what? A plea of what? A plea of fire. A plea of fire goes into what again? The second death that Yahweh Shem Yahushua has promised the earth that he was going to give, and not water. Let burning coals fall upon them. Let them be cast into the what? The fire. In deep pits, meaning the grave. They that rise not up again. So once Esau Edom is taken out during this time, because Esau Edom, the so-called white man, he's still in control of the earth at the present moment. But you know, he's slowly losing his grip. You know, America is slowly being almost a third world country. Real soon. And let not an evil speaker be established in the earth. Evil shall hunt the violent man to overthrow him. That's right. So that control that Esau Edom has over the people, over our people, he won't have it much longer in a minute. Let me see what that is. 1 Corinthians. 1 Corinthians 1 and 20. Where is the wise? Where is the scribe? Where is the disputer of this world? Has not thy power made foolish the wisdom of this world? Yes. Because anytime what old wicked pastor come up against this truth, or Edomite, whatever, right? So-called Edomite, because you know you don't go off of skin color, skin tone when choosing who's an Israelite, who's not. Where is the wise? Where is the scribe? These people are lost, man. And all they want what? They won't violence, because now the struggles continues in the hood, right? Even though most of us we are used to living check to check, and used to catching hell by the hands of our enemies, and used to them dying in the streets, whether by our hand or Esau Edom. You know, where's this same energy when Esau Edom putting you to death? See no one having being brave enough to post up a wanted poster, dead or alive, on a damn so-called Edomite. Where is the wise? Where is the scribe? Where is the disputer of this world? Has not thy power made foolish the wisdom of this world? For after that, in the wisdom of thy power, the world by wisdom knew not thy power. It pleased thy power by what? By foolishness of preaching to save them that believe. So all of you unbelievers, especially the ones that came up against this truth, you all are what? You all are unbelievers. And in the process of you being unbelievers, you're going to what? You're not going to come out of that stumbling block that the Heavenly Father has given you all. You know, and most of the stumbling block are our own people that Esau Edom uses to what? To keep you dumbed down into in the manner to where you would. You're not going to come out of it because why? Because they feed you what? Smooth words. Just as Esau Edom. You know, one people. That's a good one now. Let's go to Habakkuk. I think that's what is it? Habakkuk 2. Habakkuk 2. One second. I had it. Nahum. There you go. 2 and verse 14. For the earth shall be filled with what? The knowledge of the glory of the Lord Yahweh, as the waters cover the sea. You know, soon in the process of what? Of Esau Edom taking out oneself with those ICBM missiles, because all of the missiles, that they have for mass destruction, they were created for what? For Esau's end. This is why they was created. Esau Edom, you know, has always been what? Always been proud as hell. You know, as the centuries went on, and they have gained more and more control of the earth, and not knowing that that's part of their blessing. Esau Edom was blessed with that sword. This is how he gained control of what? Of the earth. But for the earth shall be filled with what? The knowledge of the glory of the Lord Yahweh, as the waters cover the sea. So just as the waters cover the sea, and we know the water covers the sea with what? With great force. The Spirit of the Lord will be what? When the righteous are in authority, the people will rejoice. The people will rejoice in great glory. And the righteous is going to cover the earth because of what? Starting with the 144,000 of men that are going to receive the new bodies, as well as what? Excuse me. Had to get a drink. In the process of them receiving those new bodies, what's going to happen? They're going to be what? They're going to be the judges of the earth. No other should I say, nationality of people from that point would not ever again have what? Control of what? Of said earth. Because the next level of rulers, or should I say the next rulers of the earth, what? It's Israelites. And that's it, man. One more, let's see, let's go to, not one more, let's get a couple more. I gotta get my starting point. Hold up. Okay, 1 Corinthians, what was that? 1 Corinthians 2? Yeah, 2 and 20. But before I go back here, let's go here. Let's go here, which is Job 12 and 5. He that is ready to slip with his feet is as a lamp despised in the thought of him that is at ease. The tabernacle of robbers prosper, and they that provoke thy power are what secure, in whose hand thy power bringeth abundantly. So again, being that the wicked is the control of the earth, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, you got these jakes around him that has a few of these cities around this nation, or should I say, that controls the inner workings of the city limits. And you know, that's what Jake do. Jake slaughter and kills one another. Ain't nothing new. The so-called white man do the same thing. They just don't publicize and put it on TV and demonize them like they demonize us. You know, actually they do it more than we do. The tabernacle of robbers prosper, and they who have put more people to death than Esau, even the so-called white man. No one. They have shedded more blood than any people. The tabernacle of robbers prosper, and they that provoke thy power are secure, in those in whose hand thy power bringeth abundantly. But ask now the beasts, and they shall teach thee, and the fowls of the air, and they shall tell thee. Or speak to the earth, and it shall teach thee, and the fishes of the sea shall declare unto thee. Watching all these animals, right? You can learn from them. You can learn from them, right? Why? Because what? But as now the beasts, and they shall teach thee, and the fowls of the air, and they shall teach thee. O speak to the earth, and it shall teach thee. You can learn. It's like watching ants, man, work together and forming what? Forming and making and what? They're always working. And the fishes of the sea shall declare unto thee. Food. Who knoweth not in all these that what? The hand of the Lord has what? Has wrought this. So the Heavenly Father has made all things that you see, including the animals, as well as what, you know, man. We've been in the devil's hand over here in America so long, man. You know, they got us believing. They got most of us believing in the Big Bang Theory. I mean, man, the mess is endless, man. You know, these devils make up words constantly, make up laws constantly. That's just like when they trying to free one of these, whatever, like when they free these. I'm quite sure when they free these cops right here, these so-called black men, all they trying to do is start a race war in the inner workings of the city, so they can what? They can start some form of martial law, and it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen real soon. In whose hand is the soul of every living thing, and the breath of all men, all mankind. The Heavenly Father. Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, what that is? Psalm 68. Hold up. Psalm 68 in verse 20. He that is our God is the God of salvation. And unto God thy power, God, Yahweh, should I say, the Lord belongeth the issues from death. So all of the death that you see in the people deleting one another in the hood, this is all strategically planned by what? Esau, even the so-called white man. Right? On up to the wicked elite. You know, DJ Trump is really getting ready to come down on y'all, boy, for real. We're all of us, should I say. I'm not excluded from Jacob Trump. We all are gonna catch hell by the hands of the enemy. Right? We're all gonna catch hell by the hands of the enemy. And what I want, Job 36. Yeah, they go to Job. Job 36 and verse 36 and 11. 36 and 11. If they obey and serve him, they shall spend their days in what? In prosperity, and their years in what? In pleasure. But have we done that as a whole, as people? No. Most of us been wicked for a long time. And we're going to continue to be wicked. And in the process of us being wicked, and this is why we need grace. Because if we didn't have grace, what would transpire? We would all be what? He would allow the devil, Esau, Edom, to what? To slaughter us, man. Literally slaughter us. You get a couple more on that. Isaiah 45 and verse. None of this gets around the Heavenly Father, man. The angels. These are the works of the Lord. It is being manifested and declared what? Almost as daily. You see what? People being what? Put to death in great numbers. Even across the world. Isaiah 45 and 7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord Yahweh, do all these things. So the Heavenly Father is going to continue to rain hell down on the people by the hand of the wicked, which is Esau, Edom, the devil. One more, and I'm going to close this out. Jeremiah 5. Jeremiah 5 and verse 21. Jeremiah 5. 5 and 21. Hear not this, O foolish people, and without understanding, which have eyes and see not, which have ears and hear not. You know, they're not going to hear anything. You know, regardless of how much we are shout and preach the true gospel, they're not going to what? They're not going to hear it. Hear now, oh foolish people, man. Silent children, meaning stupid. Hear now, O foolish people, and without understanding, which have eyes and see not, which have ears and hear not. Fear ye not me, saith the Lord Yahweh? Will ye not tremble at my presence, which have placed the sand for the bounds of the sea by a perpetual decree? The sand of the sea by the perpetual, because what? The Heavenly Father set a perpetual decree, meaning that it goes on, and it never stops. What never stops? The wave, the waves of what? Of the waters in the sea. That it cannot pass it, and though the waves thereof toss themselves, yet can they what? Not prevail, though they roar, yet can they what? Not pass over it, over a boundary that the Heavenly Father had what? Yahweh set the bounds. In other words, Yahweh set the bounds and the limits of what? Of all things, including us. Or should I just say thereof? He set the bounds of thereof, meaning all things. So y'all, I'm gonna close this out right there, and I'm gonna say Kah Allah Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah Bahashem Rakah Hakudash Shalom.